The stunning OLED display, potent processor and GPU, and elegant design of the Dell XPS 14 make it a formidable competitor for the MacBook Pro 14-inch, making it a terrific new addition to the illustrious XPS range. Nevertheless, the XPS 14 is not inexpensive, and many people may not enjoy some of its peculiar design features. Overall, though, not many Windows laptops are now competitive. Price. With a starting price of $1,499, the Dell XPS 14 9440 is currently offered in the US, UK, and Australia. You receive a 14.5-inch Full HD Plus non-touch display, 16GB LPDDR5X memory, 512GB M.2 PCIe SSD storage, and an Intel Core Ultra 7 155H processor with integrated ARC graphics for that amount. Design. For better or worse, the Dell XPS 14 maintains the design decisions made by the XPS 13 Plus, but it also makes some significant enhancements to the earlier models. There are two color options for the exterior finish: graphite and platinum. Everything about it feels high-end, including the glass palm rest and CNC machined metal finish. You got a 3.5mm combination jack, a micro SD slot, and 3 Thunderbolt 4 ports with DisplayPort output and power delivery. The webcam is the next item. It's a great bonus that Dell was able to squeeze a 1080p webcam inside the display panel's tiny top bezel. In the days before working from home, it was acceptable to omit the 1080p webcam from laptops in order to maintain the narrow bezels, but these days you can't avoid the necessity for a good webcam. Lastly, the Dell XPS 14's air intake enters from the side and exits the back through a vent located beneath the display hinge. Although the underside can get hot under load due to its thin form factor, the heat management is adequate. This is possibly one of the most stylish laptops available for Windows. The planar leveled keyboard, lack of tactile function buttons, and unclearly defined trackpad may not be to everyone's taste, but generally there are far more positive aspects than negative ones, particularly if you choose the OLED display. Performance. When it comes to the Dell XPS 14's performance, we can categorically state that it is among the best available on a laptop at this time. The Apple MacBook Pro 14-inch with M3 Pro is the Dell XPS 14's main competitor. The XPS 14 offers better gaming performance, can compete with the best Apple has to offer in terms of overall performance, and can even tie the MacBook Pro 14 for some common creative workloads. Since nearly every 3D modeling application depends on NVIDIA's CUDA instruction set, Apple, AMD, and Intel will always be at a disadvantage when it comes to creative performance. In the case of 3D modeling, the NVIDIA RTX GPU in the XPS 14 will outperform pretty much any similar Apple device. In terms of video encoding, the XPS 14 is able to encode a 4K movie into 1080p roughly 7% faster in Handbrake. However, the specific encoding engine that Apple offers may vary based on the program that you are running. Lastly, comparing the average 1200p gaming performance at maximum settings, the Dell XPS 14 performs consistently better than the MacBook Pro 14. This does not account for the RTX 4050's DLSS upscaler, which, depending on the settings you choose, can boost the XPS 14's frame rate much higher than that. For the time being at least, the XPS 14 has a significant advantage in this regard. Ultimately, the Dell XPS 14 achieves some significant victories by competing head-to-head with the storied MacBook Pro 14. Battery life. With the release of the Intel Core Ultra 7 155H, Intel appears to have shifted its emphasis from maximizing performance through electron dumps to greater energy economy. In our exclusive web surfing test, the Dell XPS 14 has a 9-hour 35-minute battery life, which is significantly longer than the 6 or 7 hours these laptops were receiving a year or two prior. The Core Ultra 7 155H and RTX 4050 are extremely potent parts for a workstation, and they significantly improve the performance of the XPS 14. Although the battery life of this laptop is not as good as that of the MacBook Pro, it is still far better than most Windows laptops from the past several years. So that's all for today. Stay tuned with us for more information about the latest technology. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with our latest content.